Hi, this is Anita from the Dusty Roads podcast. One of the things that when you travel around the world, you'll hear the terms UNESCO quite a bit. And I don't think I really ever heard this except when I've been in other parts of the world. And so today I want to talk a little bit about UNESCO, exactly what UNESCO is. And I'd like to talk about some of the sites that they help protect around the world and why this is important. UNESCO's stands for UN Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. It was established in 1945 with a mission to foster international collaboration through education, science, and culture. One of UNESCO's most prominent initiatives is the designation of World Heritage Sites. So if you're traveling around the world and somebody says to you, oh, this is a UNESCO protected land, this is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, that is because UNESCO has decided that this area, this land, or whatever is worth trying to protect. So it could be places of cultural, historical, or natural significance that are deemed worthy of protection for future generations. These sites can range from architectural marvels like the Taj Mahal in India to natural wonders like the Great Barrier Reef. They, are usually sites that somehow showcase the, tapestry of human achievements to the, planet's natural beauty. So UNESCO is all about protecting the top cultural sites, the top sites that have history, and the top sites which are natural wonders around the world. So it's basically those three things. That's why, they'll protect a building as well as protect something like the Great Barrier Reef, or protect other type of natural wonders. UNESCO's World Heritage Sites also play a vital role in fostering a sense of shared humanity. They remind us of our collective responsibility to cherish and protect the treasures of the past, the wonders of nature, and the cultural expressions that define who we are. So it's really about us protecting these sites for future generations, that they can still be able to enjoy them as we enjoy them today. They really work to protect these because it can really help these countries, especially some of the poorer countries, to be able to make sure that these sites are protected for many of the future generations. Despite the popularity of some UNESCO sites, many remained underappreciated and lesser known. So I've written a blog post on the 15 must-see hidden gems, the most underappreciated, overlooked UNESCO heritage sites. Now, I'm not going to list through all 15 of them because you could go onto my blog post, which we'll put in the description, where you can go onto my blog post and you can look at them yourself. But it is interesting to be able to point out some of them and to talk a little bit about some more of these sites and why they ended up on UNESCO's list and why maybe they're kind of a little bit underappreciated. One would be Valletta, Malta, which is the capital of Malta. Valletta is a UNESCO heritage site, packed with history, yet is often overshadowed by Mediterranean hotspots such as Rome or Athens. Founded in the 16th century by the Knights of St. John, Valletta boasts a stunning array of Baroque architecture, palaces, gardens, and churches. So if you're looking for a place to travel that you want to be able to see that and you don't want to be, you don't want to go to Rome or you don't want to go to Athens, or maybe you find those places are super overcrowded, you want to find another place, consider to go to Malta and consider to go there and to see Valletta and this beautiful city that's there. Kotor, Montenegro, is nestled between the mountains and the Adriatic Sea. Kotor is a fortified town with a history dating back to the Roman Empire, to medieval architecture, dramatic landscapes, and serene bay, making an enchanting destination. Kotor is often overlooked because many people go to Dubrovnik. But, you can actually go to Kotor instead of Dubrovnik if you want to, and to be able there again to see a place that is a little bit lesser or not as well known. Maybe not lesser, but not as well known. Greenland has some UNESCO protected sites, and Greenland recently has been on the news quite a bit, especially the news in America, but it has some spectacular icebergs, calving, in some of the bays. And so Greenland really has some UNESCO protected sites there that are really a great place to go, especially if you're interested in climate change. Pagan Myanmar. This is was once the capital of Pagan Kingdom. It is home to over 2,000 ancient temples scattered around a vast plain. This is sort of a little bit like Angkor Wat, which is maybe better known in Cambodia. But if you're going to go to Myanmar, this definitely is a place that you should go see. It's worth seeing, and it often gets because it often gets overshadowed by Angkor Wat in Cambodia. But at the same time, this is a really a rich place and a wonderful place to go see. Another one is, which, sometimes gets overseen too by Angkor Wat in Cambodia, and is a little bit of a smaller type of ancient capital, was Ayutthaya. And I've been there. I personally have been there myself many times. It was once a thriving capital of the Kingdom of Siam. It's now an architectural park that's filled with stunning ruins and towering Buddhas. If you are going to Bangkok and you wanted to be able to take a day trip, this is a great place to take a day trip. I highly recommend it. You can very easily take a day trip to Ayutthaya, get up there, see some of the old ruins, and you could, I've even gone up there and stayed the night there, and then came back the next day. I don't remember exactly how far it is to drive, but it's not that far to drive between Bangkok, especially Bangkok and Ayutthaya, and it is a place that I think is really worth going to see. It's overlooked, many times in favor of Bangkok. People just go to Bangkok, they go to Phuket, they go to, other parts of Thailand. But Utah is quite a peaceful place. It's quite a great place where you can see some really great ruins and some great history. Here's another great place to go see is the northern part of Sweden. Some of the Lapland area of Sweden is under UNESCO. And it's, they offer some stunning forests, wetlands, and mountains. It's a great cultural landscape shaped by the Sami people who've lived there for centuries. For those that are interested in nature, if you're interested in hiking, the midnight sun, wildlife, all of that type of things, this is a great place to be able to go visit northern Sweden. And it really is a very, it's a protected area, but it's also a great area with some really great wilderness that's going on into that part of the world. So if you happen to be in Sweden and you want to see some of the northern parts of it, go to this area of Sweden to be able to see more. So I have actually 15 total. I have just highlighted just a few of them, some of them that I consider to be my favorites, but we will put a link in the description to our blog post entitled The 15 Most Overlooked UNESCO Heritage Sites You Should Visit. And also you can learn a little bit more about UNESCO, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. And you can learn a little bit more about why they're so important. And definitely when you're traveling around the world, especially in Asia and many places like that, you'll hear, oh, this is a UNESCO site. This is a UNESCO protected site. And I'm very thankful for UNESCO, that UNESCO is going around and protecting some of these sites, not only for me to be able to see them and you to be able to see them, but also for future generations. Thank you so much for listening and being part of the Dusty Roads podcast, living your life as a global citizen. We appreciate you joining with us on this venture. Thank you.